Hi, and welcome to the RCN Rocket Chief. I'm here with the survivors of our 2024 model rocket season. There are, of course, some rockets still on patrol out in the rocket-eating trees. Hopefully, I'll find a way to find and bring them down this year, and hopefully you'll be around to share in that adventure if it happens. But there's lots of other stuff planned. I got some great ideas, and my granddaughters are looking forward to launching some more rockets. In the meantime, I've spliced together all the 2024 adventures together into one long supercut. Not as easy as I had hoped. Had I known that, I might not have bothered. But I am happy with the results. And hopefully I've figured out a way to put the chapter headings down in the doobly-doo so you can find anything that you want to watch again or that you may have missed the first time around. Another way to help the channel, put on the video just before you go to bed so I get like a year's worth of watch hours out of it, and you can either listen to me drone on about model rockets or you can just put it somewhere out of the way, but I'd appreciate the support. Thanks a lot.
This is a Gnome on a Mini-A-10 3T with a 30 centimeter streamer with low overcast and high winds of about 20 kilometers an hour in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Okay, you put the launch down. Oh, that's good. Nice. Nice streamer. It's right here.
Oh, I see it.
Nice streamer. Go get him. Nice. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Oh, that's good. Nice. Nice streamer. It's right here.
Oh, I see it.
Nice streamer. Go get him. Nice.
Well, I lost sight of it. Yeah. She did.
Good job. Okay.
Hi, and welcome to the RCN Rocket Chief, where we do model rocketry safely, but on a budget. Can you build a flying model rocket out of material easily found around your home or inexpensively available at a hardware store or dollar store? We're going to give it a try. What you're going to need: broom handle, latex wood filler, craft tape, some string, cheap craft paint, some streamer or plastic tablecloth, masking tape, paper, cheap utility knife, foam insulation. I found a chunk in my shed. You may find it there or in your basement. It's also cheap at a big box hardware store. You'll also, of course, need model rocket engines found at your local hobby store or easily found online. How effective is a model rocket made from this material? Well, I made this doing it. Stay tuned to the video to see how it flew, and stay tuned to the channel to see how we did it.
Oh, nice. My parachutes aren't flying, but everything else is working well. This is the Condor. It's an Estes kit. It's got 2 gliders and a main body, so it will come back in 3 different pieces with 2 of them gliding. It's going to go up on an AA3 while we try the test first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Engine wasn't powerful enough. There comes one, and there goes the other one. So this is, of course, the gliders, the Condor. This time with a more powerful engine, P64. So an A is, say, a strength, has a strength, and then the next one up, B, was twice as strong, so it should go twice as high. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slick, worked perfect. And it is going way downrange.
Oh, man. That's going in the parking lot.
Okay, this is our second launch of a Gnome on an A103T as a test. First one went very well. Okay, put the safety in. Jilly push the launch button. When I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. You can let go of the buttons and pull the nice flight. I don't see it at all.
I can't see things.
Oh, like right there. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Nice. Nice shoot, nice flight. Almost right back on the deck of the carrier.
Hi, and welcome to the RCN Rocket Chief, where we do model rocketry safely, but on a budget. And these two rockets couldn't be more budget friendly. I purchased them over 20 years ago as part of an Estes beginner's kit. The kids and I had fun, and then they disappeared into the back of the shed for over 2 decades. Let's go see if they'll still fly.
Have a light. Spitfire on a C63 with a home-built homing device called the Screecher in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Or not. Nice.
Oh,
Good shoot.
Oh.
Nice.
oh, you already gave the work on this.
So we'll try the Condor again with a B44 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Nice.
Oh. Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, dude.
Well, like that stunning scene in the movie 7, we've got a box. But it's full of good stuff. So let's open it up and see what's in here. First up, a kit that my eldest granddaughter is going to build for us. Stand by for a build and launch video on that. This is totally tubular, so something a little different. No fins to fiddle around with on her first build. This one fulfills a childhood dream of mine. I always wanted to put a camera on the top of a rocket and was just never able to financially get one. So now I went out and the technology, of course, is hugely improved. It's also a snap together kit. So my younger granddaughter, she's 6, we're going to get her to put that together and then we're going to launch that. So stand by for a build and launch video with that. What else do we have in here? This fulfills another dream that I never really got to do as a young Rocketeer, which was multi-stage rocking, but I want to try it on a small scale first. So these are A10-0T mini boosters. Of course, they'll go with a pack of A10-3Ts, and for those that don't know, the idea is you have a main booster stage that uses these booster rockets, and then they will ignite an upper rocket engine. So good height, even probably for a mini. Stand by for, I'm going to have to build that rocket from scratch, so stand by for that one. Also in here, we've got the latest 2024 Estes catalog. The bill, we'll just put that over here. And this one fulfills a dream of my next down brother. I'm the oldest, so my next down brother is 18 months younger than I am. And during conversation about getting back into the model rocket hobby, he brought up that one thing he always wanted to see when he was younger was a big rocket. So we've got a big rocket. The Mean Machine, those familiar are well aware of this one, but it's over 6 feet tall. Going to be a fun build. Looking forward to that. So again, and stand by for a build and launch one on that. I've got some D engines all ready to go in it. So just as soon as the weather improves here in Eastern Canada, we'll get that one in the air too. So that's our shipment from the hobby store in Ontario that I deal with. And if you want to see some more launches, stay tuned. We'll have some build and launch videos coming up. My brother and his has a very successful handyman or handy person style YouTube channel. The link to that will be down in the doobly-doo. And he's got a conglomerated video of our last launch day, and it's pretty cool. So you can take a look at that if you just want to get some launches in. But in the meantime, please subscribe to the channel so you get notices as we build all this stuff and send it into the skies. Thanks a lot. Hi, and welcome to the RCN Rocket Chief, where we do model rocketry safely and on a budget. Although, to be honest, for this video, we'll be kind of ignoring the budget, and we're going to build one of the most famous of the Estes kits, the 6-foot tall Mean Machine. So let's see what we have in here before we start. First off, of course, the instructions. And that'll give us an idea of what's supposed to be in here. Three large body tubes, 4 large body tubes. I'll note the surprises. We have here Here we go. Couplers. Twist locks. This will be your couplers. These will be your twist locks. Oops. Hard to mistake what that is. That's one big nose cone. For reference purposes, here on my gaming table, the squares are roughly 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. So I'll give you an idea of the length of size of these things. That's pretty significant. We have in here 1, 2. I see a engine. Nope, I don't. I don't want to open it because the little parts go astray on me. Launch lug I see in there. Black engine. Orange engine. Here we go. Parachute. Shock cord. Green engine block is there. This will be your engine mount tube. How's it betting, man? Yep, there they are there. The laser cut centering rings and your shock cord mount. This will be the laser cut wood sheet, and I think, yeah, yes. Somewhere on here is mentioned the decals. Well, we have them anyway. I see them in there. So we do have a complete kit. Oh, there they are. Butter slide decals not shown. They're just written out. So that's everything. Yellow spacer tube. Let's see. Yellow spacer tube. Oh, there it is. Yellow spacer tube inside with all the other stuff. Yellow spacer tube. Oops. I'll be a little more organized once we start. So it's all there. So next up, we'll start with the first step. We'll pick that up in just a few moments, which is preparing the fans. Hi, and welcome to the RCN Rocket Chief, where we've just finished up work on this bad boy, the 6 foot, 6 inch long Estes Mean machine. But now we have to figure out a way to launch it because it requires a launch pad with a 3/16 inch rod. So we're going to build one using a 3/16 inch rod, some cable ties, a wire rope clip, tin can top, and an old or inexpensive tripod. Let's follow along.
Drill a hole just larger than your rod diameter in the tripod platform. Put a 90-degree bend in the rod about 1 inch from one end and insert it with the bend under the platform. Place a wire rope clip over the rod on top of the platform and tighten it down. Use cable ties to stabilize everything. Put a hole in a tin can top as a deflector.
And that's it. Not a lot to it, really. So how much does it cost? Well, I got this tripod at Princess Auto, which is apparently the Canadian version of Harbor Freight, for $10 Canadian. This I got for free because my brother had it sculling around and he didn't need it anymore. The wire rope clips, I got two for $1.50. 1/8 inch size fit both the 1/8 inch rod and the 3/16. 8-inch cable ties, zip ties. I got a pack of 100 for $8. The rods themselves, the 1/8 inch rod was $10 at a big box store here in Canadian, and the 3/16 was $11. So don't forget you'll need some basic tools. Come up with a method to safely top the rod, and you're good to go. And hopefully, we're good to go to send the mean machine into orbit. Please like and subscribe to get notification when that video goes up. Thank you. You have a light? Okay.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I see it. Can I get it? Wait.
Oh no.
And of course, had the AstroCam drifted a little short, it would have landed on a nice path. And if it had drifted over, it would have landed in this gentleman's yard. So my son-in-law has a drone. This is not the first flight from the backyard. We've tried a couple of things, going up and just see if the drone can pull the rocket from the tree that it's stuck in, but it doesn't have the power to do that. And it's really hard to control the little hook on the end of a line, even in a light breeze. So we've come up with this, the final plan. My daughter made basically a Batman grappling hook, a 4-pointed hook, when the object is to drop it into hopefully the parachute, or at least in the vicinity of the shroud lines of the rocket. And then we'll use this line running to the ground to pull the rocket out of the tree using basic manpower. So here it is, drone hovering over the rocket area. My son-in-law is trying to get it lined up, and then he's going to loose the line from the drone, and hopefully the Batman grappling hook will hook into the parachute or the lines of the rocket itself. As you can see, the breeze does keep moving things around a little bit, so it's a little hard to get lined up. But he'll drift back here in just a moment, and you'll be able to see, there's the rocket, of course. There's the line from the drone itself with the Batman grappling hook. I'm keeping the line to the ground, a little bit of pressure on it, because we had one flight, it wrapped around the grappling hook, so we had to land everything and start over again. So you can see that the breeze is swinging the grappling hook back and forth. Hopefully we can let it go at just the right time. Takes a bit of timing. And now. So it looks like it may have gotten wrapped around the nose cone if we're really lucky. So I said we're kind of hooked to something. So my son-in-law turns the drone a little bit. You can see the line running to the ground. I give it a tug to see what it's hooked to. It's hard to tell. And of course, I don't want to destroy the good person's tree. So my son-in-law backs up a little bit and then closes in to see if he can get an actual beeline on what it's hooked to. And then suddenly the drone gets out of control, crashes into the tree, as you can see here, heads for the ground. My son-in-law now has no control, and he's saying that I have no control, no control. Drone takes off on its own, hits obviously the automatic tether where it can't go, more than, I think it's 50 yards or whatever from the operator, makes for the ground, and hovers there, just missing a truck passing by, as it turns out. And my son-in-law will grab it, and that's the end of that. So the saga continues, because we got a broken drone and we're not going back with that machine.
This is a Rocketarium Hawke, going to go up on a D12.5 with a 15-inch parachute recovery. It has no wadding, so it will just be the parachute, kind of neat. Wind is picking up again. About 7 kilometers an hour again, 20 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. In 5, 4, 3. Disregard, scrub, pull the plug. We have no light. Got light? Okay. Don't do that when I'm solo. Okay.
You can see my drone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Nice launch. Holy cow.
Oh my God, where's that going?
There's
Where's the parachute? Come over here.
down range.
Come over here, baby.
Point.
Come over here. Go.
Oh,
Come over here. Come here. Come here. Keep coming.
Oh, it is going to come
This
back.
way. Slow wind.
Down probably in some trees near the swamp. Oh, it came down in a tree.
Problem with this shock cord is it's so far down in the tube I can't retie it, so I can't lose the elastic. I'm gonna find a stick. Maybe push that. It needs to be pushed. Yeah!
Okay, just test for light and then pull the plug back out. All right, we're gonna try a mean machine, 6 foot 6 inches tall of rocket kit. Bright enough, hopefully, that we don't lose it. Gonna go up on a D12.5, light winds. We're hoping it drifts within the confines of our field, but let's find out. Nice flight. Had fears for a second that it was headed for the parking lot, but it's kind of going to come down right on the running track. Ish. Maybe a bit in the swamp. Nope.
Right
In the swamp, but on the grass.
My son-in-law has a new drone. Check around the channel to find out why he needs a new drone. But we got some spiffy little videos you've seen already here, and some nice stills that he caught with his new rig. And here he caught his wife, my daughter, bravely wading into a swamp to grab the mean machine when she didn't feel like sending her daughter in, who was only wearing, my granddaughter, who was only wearing flip-flops, of course. So more drone footage to come.
And again, excellent conditions. 18 degrees, 13 kilometer per hour winds. We've moved a little bit. Hopefully it won't land in the swamp like it did last time, although it was easily recovered. Again, going up on a D12.5 with a 24-inch or 61 centimeter parachute. 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Straight as a bird. Deployment. There comes. There's the chute. Coming
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
So a challenging launch for the Mean Machine. My son-in-law is going to get it here on his drone. Wow, look at that. Pretty close looking, and the zoom in makes it look a little closer course than it is. But now he's going to see if he can try and catch it drift by in frame. Maybe if he'd been a little more patient, it would have happened. Hard to say. The Mean Machine is so large that it really can't tell how far away it is from things. So he does know it's going in this direction. And if you look in the lower left-hand corner, you can see the shadow moving along the ground. And then the Mean Machine enters from upper frame and drifts beautifully into that nice, comfy tree. So my son-in-law will zoom in and move in, staying within the confines of the public area to get a nice photo look at where the Mean Machine is. We will go over and knock on the property owner's door, and they were very gracious in letting us go in and make an attempt to rescue it. So if you stay tuned, once my son-in-law focuses in on that, we'll make an attempt to pull it out of that tree. And as you can see, it's already sort of sinking in there because it's fairly bushy, and the rocket, a Mean Machine, of course, is pretty large.
Hitting somewhere. It's stuck in a little branch, the top of it. Just whack it. I know, it's really hard at that angle. Oh no! It went like boomerang back in there.
Yeah. Parachute stuck up there, the nose cone or something. Thank you. Oh, and the nose cone.
Yeah, I see the nose cone.
Yeah, nose cone.
The hell is, oh no! Oh no!
Oh, Pete's sake.
It like...
Yeah.
It twists on. Don't do this to me. No.
Good job. Oh!
So close.
Oh my god.
I got it back. The beauty is it's just a hook that...
There's like the elastic is stuck to a branch piece.
Yeah, really,
Oh, it's like a broken one too. No, it's not long enough. It's not far enough down. Oh! Oh.
Okay, I got it.
Awesome.
Well, now it's a nose cone.
Now the nose cone. Second one.
I can see it from here. I don't know if you can see it from the other end. Oh, it's great. Wow. And the good thing is, I get to make videos about the repairs, the blowouts.
Once I get to the ground safely, I'll be able to grab it.
Yeah. So you're almost there. Good thing is you shouldn't have to move anymore. Oh, awesome.
Oh, there we go.
Awesome. I got it. That's recovery.
Hi and welcome. We're going to launch Jag 1, which is a homemade rocket. Made the body tube out of rolled craft paper and cardstock. Fins are made of cardboard. Nose cone is made out of foam. Today's launch, beautiful weather for it. We've got scattered cloud. It's 18 degrees Celsius out, which is about 66 degrees Fahrenheit. And the wind is 13 kilometers per hour, which is about 10 miles an hour. It is shifting, so going to be a bit of a challenge to get each launch in the right direction. Stand by. Got a light? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Oh. Okay.
Oh, nice. My parachutes aren't flying, but everything else is working well.
Next up, we're going to put Parachute Man, so there'll be 2 recoveries. Parachute Man, safe journey, little Parachute Man. If you have to squeeze it, it's not going to come out. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yup.
Just get light. Okay. Next up, we have a classic, the Estes Goliath. He's got an extra passenger, as you've seen, Parachute Man, so there'll be 2 parachutes opening, hopefully. Today we're setting up Goliath on a C63. Parachute for the rocket is 12 inches. For Parachute Man, it's 9. Still 20 degrees, wind speed about 10 kilometers an hour. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Beautiful. Perfect flight. Both chutes open. I think we're going to get Goliath back. Parachute Man may be gone.
No.
Goliath will land just at the end of the track. There we go. I lost Parachute. Hi, and welcome to the RCN Rocket Chief. You're about to watch a compilation of a launch we had a few weeks ago. We sent a bunch up. We got most of them back. Some stayed in trees around our launch field, but the family did have a lot of fun, and I hope you will too watching it. So please like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Nice shoot, nice flight. Almost right back on the deck of the carrier.
Neat.
Definitely Jill's favorite part.
This is the Condor. It's an Estes kit. It's got 2 gliders and a main body, so it will come back in 3 different pieces with 2 of them gliding. It's going to go up on an A83 while we try the test first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Oh, look at that.
Engine wasn't powerful enough. There comes one, and there goes the other one.
That one almost got me in the head.
This is the Estes Multi-Rock. It's a 2-stage rocket with a payload section. Inside the payload section is a Harry Potter figurine, so he's about to become the first member of Hogwarts to go into space. It'll be going up on a C60 and a B44. We have a light? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Well, that's the first stage. I heard it pop. The first stage went over there somewhere. His kit, Goliath. It'll be going up on an A83 as we're just testing it against the wind. So we're expecting a fun flight. It's got a large parachute in it. I believe it's a 12 or a 14 inch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Nice.
Cool.
This is the AstroCam from Estes. This is a camera pointed back over the back of the rocket. This is with a B64 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Holy smokes.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice shot. Parachute didn't deploy, but it is dragging. This is a home-built rocket, complete with a self-rolled tube. I had a, looks like I have a bad batch of A83s, so we're going to try this on a B64 and parachute recovery. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. My parachutes aren't deploying, but everything else is working well.
Neat.
Of course, the gliders, the Condor, this time with a more powerful engine, B64. So an A is, say, a strength, has a strength, and then the next one up, B, was twice as strong, so it should go twice as high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slick, worked perfect. And it is going way downrange.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah, the two of them are still up. Wow.
Okay, one of them might have went on the trail. That other one is...
The other one disappeared into the fog.
I think they're in the parking lot.
Yeah. This is a twin stage or 2-stage rocket. You'll notice at the bottom is separate from the top. We'll launch with the first one, and then its ejection charge will light the top one. So the rocket is a twin factor. The bottom stage is A100T, and the top A103T. So mini engines. We don't expect it to go very far. It's tumble recovery because it's so light. So it should be interesting to see what we get out of this. No light.
Everybody move our stuff up here.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
So the Twin Factor kit comes with everything you'll need to make a small 2-stage rocket. You've already seen it fly, so up to you whether you like it or not. But it went together pretty well. A nice little challenge. I wouldn't recommend it for beginners because if you can see things like here, like building the shrouds and whatnot, can be a little tricky. 2 little body tubes here. Getting the fins on there again, pay careful attention because then the shroud has to line up with it. And launch lugs, of course, and the underside of the kit itself is pretty funky. These yellow body tube spacers are important to make sure that the engine blocks go in the right space. I lost one and had to remake my own, but otherwise, a good kit went together fairly well. Thank you.
So I ordered some kits from Ontario, which is a fair distance away here from Nova Scotia, but it is a nice place to get a nice selection of stuff. First up is an Estes Star Hopper. This one is going to be put together by my 6-year-old granddaughter. Apparently it's pretty simple to do. Let's see what's in here. Usual instructions. The bag full of miscellaneous parts. We'll cut that open in a second. A little tiny body tube and a nose cone. And the typical bag full of miscellaneous parts contains the usual engine warning, full 1-year warranty, streamer, bunch of plastic parts. This stuff snaps together. Engine mount. This uses minis. Legs, which doubles as fins. Engine retainer. More engine retainer piece, and some shock cord. So, looks like she'll have an easy time putting that together. Next up, one for Granddad. Checkmate. I recently scored 40 A10 3Ts mini engines for $20. So it's time to build up my mini collection. I'm also very interested in stage engines too, so this sort of fills both requirements. It allows me to burn off some minis, and this is a 2-stage rocket. I've got a fistful of A10 0Ts booster stage. So what do we got in here? Of course, we've got instructions, some laser cut balsa fins and whatnot, body tube, engine mount assembly, including engine mounts for each stage, engine blocks, various sizes, and there's a launch lug in there. The box full, or the package full of miscellaneous stuff. Let's see what it looks like. The usual paperwork, guarantees, and all that type of stuff. This is some decals, checkmate, streamer, shock cord, nose cone, and the bottom piece where the shock cord mounts to. Bottom stage or booster stage. Of course, the body tube for the upper stage. Coupler so the two can be fit together. And these little spacers are usually used to help you line up everything in that all-important stuff so that the engines touch each other and that the booster stage can actually ignite the main stage. So, looks like a nice little kit. Next one with a little bit of a story. This is a Griffin. Yep, Griffin. This sort of appeals to my fascination with parasite gliders, although this one's going to be different again, because it goes up like a regular rocket and glides back on its own. Again, I think, mini engine powered. We'll know when we check the size of the body tube. Front card. Instructions. Laser cut balsa, all kinds of it for various pieces. These gliders can tend to be a little complicated, so even if they're mini powered, which given the size of the body tube, this one obviously is, they can be fairly complicated. Piece of dowel, okay. And then the required miscellaneous bag of parts. Let's see what we have here. Usual disclaimer type paperwork. Set of decals. Kind of a neat Griffin on it. More parts, or balsa parts. Tiny nose cone. Obviously it'll be glued in because the thing will be gliding back on its own. Getting the balance on a glider is super important, so they always come with some weight that you can put into the nose cone to help balance it out. Shock cord. Okay, let's see what that's all about. Oh, I think the engine ejects, but I'm not 100% sure. Streamer, which would be for the engine ejection if that's the case. Mountain blocks, or excuse me, engine blocks. Always at the end of this nose cone. I'm going to have to read the instructions. Obviously what I assumed is not the case. Again, a spacer for ensuring that the engine goes in the right distance, and a couple of lugs for obviously various purposes. So, interesting stuff. Looks like already like it's going to be a good challenge, not quite what I expected, so that's kind of neat. And last and certainly not least, the Mini Mean Machine. As you will be able to tell if you start looking around the channel, we've had some great fun with the Mean Machine on the channel. And when I was a younger man and my daughter was much younger, we had a Mini Mean Machine and she remembers it fondly. So we decided, or I decided, I haven't told her, that we'll get a Mini Mean Machine, and my eldest granddaughter, she's 10, is going to put it together as a surprise for her mom. Apparently the one I built when my daughter was younger was purple, so we're going to be painting it purple. Usual stuff. Cards. Instructions. Same decals as the Mean Machine, only smaller. We've got the usual commercial advertisement stuff. Balsa fins. 2 body tubes so that you're going to get a significantly sized mini rocket out of this. And then, usual bag full of miscellaneous parts. Nose cone. This time it's all in one piece, which is kind of nice. And in the bag, the usual miscellaneous stuff. Engine tube, mount, engine blocks, shock cord, there's the clip, a couple of lugs, parachute. So, should be fun. So, a great package. We got the Star Hopper, mini powered, Griffin, mini powered, Checkmate, mini powered, Mean Machine, mini powered. Actually, I don't think the Griffin is mini powered. Star Hopper, excuse me, is mini powered. Well, maybe it is. Anyhow, please subscribe to the channel as we'll build and fly these models, and you're not going to want to miss it. Thanks a lot. This is Big Bertha. We're going to send it up on a B64 with a 12-inch or 31-centimeter parachute. We're hoping for 500 feet. We're also going to send a passenger up. Okay, we're going to put Parachute Panda in. Good trip, little Parachute Panda. Now we're going to set him up for a launch.
Radio silence, please.
Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Nice shoot. We should see 2. There goes Parachute Panda. There goes the rocket. Both are coming down. Bunch of wadding as well. Just about perfect. It's going to land right back, almost right on the pad. Nice shot. Nice shot. The Parachute Panda. But wait, there's more. We've got some great drone footage as well. In this one, the rocket will stay in frame almost the entire flight, heading off the top of the screen just for a brief instance and then rejoining here with the parachute already deployed and gliding gently down for a pretty spectacular view as we've seen from one of the ground shots. And a very excited little girl will be recovering it here just in a second. And from this drone view, slightly different angle, also a nice shot. And once the operator locks down, we can see the rocket rejoin from the top of the frame and head back down to our launch site. There is another great viewpoint as well coming up toward the end of the video. You can fast forward if you don't feel like listening to me talk about how we built the rocket, but thanks for listening. Big Bertha. It's a great kit, and after putting it together, I can certainly see why. It goes together super simple. Standard engine mounts. I did decide to use a Kevlar cord for my shock mount. So in this case, you'll see I had to cut an extra notch in the engine mount and attach the Kevlar cord directly to the engine mount itself. Usual sanding of the fins, nicely cut balsa with a laser cutter. Here, the typical fin alignment guide. I won't be using the traditional Estes 3-fold mount. The engine going in, running the cord back through the engine mount is important, otherwise you're going to get it stuck up in there somehow. But goes in fairly simple. Here it's all drying with the Kevlar cord hanging out the back, because once we tie the elastic shock cord to it, we'll feed that back up through the rocket here, so it's just short of the end. That way the sharper Kevlar doesn't zipper the body of the rocket. The fins all sanded up. I will make a slight mistake with those, but gluing on, typically let it dry. Here's a launch lug. I like to use a standoff so that the launch lug doesn't drag against the body of the rocket, and we'll see that come up later. But all in all, this kit goes really well together, just pretty much straight out of the box. Here's the hero shot coming up, and just a great little model kit.
Yes! Yes!
This is an Estes AstroCam. It has a camera on board looking back over the rocket. We're going to send it up today on an A8 III because I'm not really interested in height. I'm interested in good ground footage. It'll be recovered on a 12-inch or 31-centimeter parachute, and we are, of course, trying to get a perfect video. We certainly don't have a cloud in the sky. It's 20 degrees, and we've got winds right now about 6 kilometers per hour. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Let's take a look at some interesting moments in the flight of the AstroCam. Here's a straightforward launch. A little bit of spin, of course, as she keels over. Seems a little early, but it is only an AA3, so hard to say. This is the moment of deployment. Notice the fin is visible in the camera. Here comes the shock cord, and then some more shock cord, and the parachute here, and then some wadding being ejected from the body. So now the camera and the rocket will try to get themselves squared away. Lots of spinning, of course, while that's trying to happen, as the nose cone bounces at the end of the shock cord, and the camera is trying to keep itself oriented in the desired camera looking down orientation so we can get our best footage. Here's the body, of course, going by, and again, lots of spinning as the camera and the rocket try to get themselves oriented. There is a kind of an issue with the shock cord and the way it's managed to get itself out of the body. That'll become apparent in just a couple of frames here as the rocket continues to try and get itself squared away. But everything has deployed correctly. The parachute is open. There's the family looking up at it. And then the camera now nicely oriented in the ground down orientation. There's the body coming into frame, and you can see that the shock cord has got itself wrapped around one of the fins here. So it's having a bit of a trouble, and that will, of course, explain some of the bouncing that's going on. But once the rocket managed to untangle itself from that, we'll see the body come back into frame in the proper, we should be looking down at it sort of orientation. And that's starting to happen now as the rocket bounces around and moves back into frame, and notice itself, it's got itself now unwound, and the rocket with the parachute nicely deployed above it, which of course we can't see, starts its descent back to the earth for a relatively gentle landing within the confines of our field. The family's getting itself oriented. Some of the younger ones are starting to chase it because it's not a long run. But again, some nice footage here as the rocket gets itself ready for its nice soft landing after our launch. So I think a pretty successful one. I think the next time I'm going to send it up maybe on a B64 or even a C. Now that I've managed to solve the how to pack the thing problem and get everything oriented for some pretty good footage. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
This is the Mini-A-Heli. It comes down on a helicopter recovery. Once the Once the ejection charge fires, it burns off this piece of thread here, and the helicopter wings pop out, and then it spins on its way back. It is expected to sail off for quite a long time, so hopefully we got it back. Again, the winds are still light and variable. Temperature is still in the high 20s. We have a light. I can see I feel like the wind's going that way. We're all good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Holy crap.
Straight up, straight shot. There it goes. I can see all 3 blades deploying. Here it comes down. Oh, nice shot. That's drifting down range nicely. I think we're going to get it right back within the confines of the field. Nice recovery, perfect shot. Nice.
So building the Mini-A-Heli is not particularly easy. It's a fairly sophisticated kit. You end up chopping up the body tube into 3 pieces, as you can see here. And there are a wide variety of balsa and cardboard parts, all nicely laser cut, but there is some sophisticated techniques required, especially a little later on when we get to the hinges. Here we're just building a pretty standard mini rocket with engine and mounts and fins and all the usual stuff. It's once we get to the helicopter recovery piece that things get a little more difficult.
As we can see here, again, pretty standard rocket for the first part of it, once you've got the pieces chopped up into the required sizes. Here we're going to build put the body spacer in to be able to attach the top part so that the rocket ends up being fairly long. And here are the hinge pieces and the required alignment tools. The hinges themselves are pretty sophisticated to put together. You've got to be very careful to get them lined up correctly. They do provide dowel to help with that, which also ends up being part of the hinges a little later on. Also, you can see that they're fairly small because, of course, this is a mini rocket. You end up cutting more holes in the body tube, which took me a while to convince myself that that's the way it is, but it is, for venting the exhaust gases on the recovery charge. Then you make up the heli piece. You end up scoring the balsa and snapping it, at which point I realized that I'm not going to be going for long distance recovery on this one. I just want it to work correctly, so I ended up painting it while I was building it because I wasn't sure that when to paint it, and they kind of recommend you don't because they're expecting you to want it to stay up for several minutes. There are strengtheners here for the helicopter blades, and then the building of the hinges, as you can see here, and of course that requires that piece of dowel to go in for the hinges to be able to snap up. They use elastic bands for that, which come along a little later. But a nice kit, a nice sophisticated build, not recommended for beginners. Please like and subscribe and help an old sailor out. Thanks a lot. Let's check this out in slow motion and see if we can figure out what the problem is. Here the rocket is moving off the pad. Everything seems normal enough. And then as soon as it clears the rod, it looks like the nose cone gets jarred loose. So for the next one, I'm going to take some clear tape, wrap it around the bottom of the nose cone and make it sit a little tighter. And hopefully that will solve our problem and let Kal-El blast off. Superman on board. Got a 12-inch parachute. We're expecting about 500 feet. So hopefully in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Nice flight. Long delay, which is what I expected. Nice shoot. Hopefully drifting back this way. It does seem to be. Looks like Superman may come home. Long drift. Almost straight down. Hard to say where he's going. I think he's going to make it back on the field, possibly into the swamp on the side. Little breeze comes up at the end. It'd be nice to carry it here. Little breeze. Landed on the path.
It landed right on the path.